everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sharon's Nail Boutique. Happy Valentine's Day. I wanted to get this video up. These are the nails that I did, really pretty. They came out so cute. I wanted to get this up because I didn't know when the next time I was gonna like record and do a video. So this is a Valentine set that I'm doing for an older customer of mine. I haven't seen her in a while. She just came to get a cute Valentine set because she is going to a Valentine's Day party. So she wanted to have fly, cute nails, you know, so I was like, I got you, girl. So I'm starting off by doing a Mia Secret Cover Beige kind of fade from the cuticle down, and then I'm going to do like a kind of like a little bit of a swoop of glitter with the mirror mixed, multi-mix mirror hexes and some of the baby pink pearlescent mixed hexes as well. And I'll do like a small trail of that. And this is all in real time, guys. I decided to leave the whole video just in real time. I didn't have much of it. I did get through the first hand and half or almost half of the encapsulation before my camera decided it wasn't gonna record anymore for whatever reason. So I go in with another small bead of the Cover Beige right at that top there, just to make sure my apex is built properly and the coverage is opaque enough. And then I will move on to the glitter. I'm just trying to like cover the nail bed area mostly. I don't really need to cover it too much because the whole idea is just to kind of have that glitter stand out and have that be the statement piece. I love this mirror tone iridescent stuff. I'm not really good at voiceover, guys, I'll be honest. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I know that these things require people explaining exactly what they're doing. I'm using my number 14 100% Kolinsky brush, German Kolinsky brush, and this is the rainbow holographic or the rainbow iridescent aqua series brushes. I was thinking about maybe doing like an online store again or selling stuff again, like glitters and stuff, but I haven't like fully decided. I mean, I have the pigments and stuff like that. I always like to do like special requests, but I don't know, I'm thinking about getting back into everything. Just going in, dotting some of those pearlescent hexes around, some of the mirrored ones, and when I'm happy with that, I'll move on. On this finger, I think, what did I do on that finger again? Wow, I forgot already. Oh, the marble, okay. So I go in with a wet bead. You want to keep these a little more wet because it's easier to get them around the cuticle like that. Obviously, you don't want it dripping wet, so you can't control it, but wet enough to where they'll blend seamlessly like this, and it'll just go wherever you want it. So I actually have the heat on in my room too because it gets really cold out in the mud room where I do nails. So I took a bead of the Cover Beige, my magenta from the Nail Supply, and Mia Secret Frosted Pink. And then I just keep repeating the process until I'm happy with how it looks. And then I'll use some of that mirrored glitter, mirrored multi-mix again, and, you know, spread that about wherever I want it, kind of in and around those different colors. Kind of separate, and then I leave some of the tip glass. Not too much, but enough where it looks like, you know, it seamlessly goes with the design. I saw these nails on Facebook or something she showed me, but we made the design totally our own. I just went somewhere totally different with it. I think this was one of the only nails that I kept like from that design. Everything else was me. But even this wasn't exactly how they did it. They had more of like the see-through nail part showing, like they had more clear throughout the marble. So I'm just fixing up near that cuticle, adding more where I need it. I'm just making sure you can't see through. And, you know, when I come in to cap these, obviously they'll be, you know, even, and we don't need to get all our coverage here because we are going to cap. So the idea is, I mean, if you don't want to cap, obviously you want to be using like strength powders, core powders. Like, it's always good to use cover powders. Those are always core, clear, white. And they do make the colors, obviously, that are cover powders too, that don't need to be capped. Usually, you could usually tell. I mean, I could usually tell. I mean, the design powders are more of like you paint them on. I mean, you can do that with core powders. It's just a little trickier. You just have to make sure your brush is wetter. So, moving on, I'm just putting that glitter in around that marble that I did. This color here, I believe this is Pout by Glam & Glitz, and I'm not crazy about the color just because it marbles a lot with the white. Obviously it's mixed with white, that's where they get the color from. I like it for marbling, and because I marbled with this set, it just like went good. But I don't know if this is what they were going for or if it just happened to come out like this because of how they mixed it. So I'd be interested to know if anybody else knows about that. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Like, do you think they meant to have the Glam & Glitz color like this, like turn out like this, or do you think it just happened to be like this because of being mixed with so much white? I actually like it though. I really do. You know, something about it reminds me so much of like Easter eggs and just that holiday, you know, like the pastel-y pinks and stuff. It is a really pretty color. You just have to know how to work with it. Like, some people like to flip the bead over. I personally think either way it doesn't really matter because you're gonna end up running into that white. So it's best just to keep patting in and around it on the top so that it works its way to underneath the bead eventually, if that makes any sense. It like works its way like up, around, and like underneath. Like, if you see any of it, it's like all the way to the top, like right here. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to get most of that pink to come through for you guys. These tips are really cool. I love them so much because it has like that natural pinch to them. And it's not like overly dramatically curved like other tips. And those are harder to shape on the sides because they're already curved. So it's like, I don't know, it's hard to shape them flat, like get a crisp coffin, for instance, you know. They're called, I got them on Amazon and it's through a company called BU. And I've seen them on like eBay. I think they're on other websites as well. But these tips, they came in a 500 pack. I think I paid $7, like, what was it, like 9 change or 8 change, maybe. Free shipping. I think they came from the US seller. Really, really good tips. Good quality. Very durable. They glue nicely onto the nail. They're not hard to apply at all. I don't always struggle with tips, but some tips are harder to apply than others, and like some tips just don't fit as good as other tips do. And these tips fit her nails like perfectly. I think I only had to like file the sides of this middle one here because it just, the corners went up too high on the sides of her skin, so I had to just kind of take those in on the sides a little bit, but it worked out really good. They filed great. I have those flat, crisp, nice, clean edges. And now I'm taking my glitter mix. This is a Valentine's Day glitter mix that I did myself. It's a whole bunch of goodies in there. Lots of iridescence, 4-point stars, the holographic tail hearts in purple. I have the matte lavender dots in here that I got from Miss Diana, thank you, from Platinum Nails in the swap back. And I use quite a bit of like iridescent extra fine hex and 1mm in iridescent pink and the iridescent white that like shifts to blue gold. I love that one. So I'll keep going in with small wet beads and dip in my glitter. Just make sure those beads of clear are really like wet, guys, because you don't want to over bulk your nail because you have to cap. And you just want to make sure that you're spreading this around nice and evenly and you're building it properly, because when you come into cap, that's when you're going to get your strength. So you want to just make sure that that underlying structure is built properly. So when you come in to top it, it's just going to kind of go into place naturally. I think I go in with one more wet bead at the top. Pretty sure anyways. I think after I'm happy like placing those hearts around, now I'll go in with that top bead, just making sure that bead is really wet. Pushing it up to that cuticle nice and neatly, turning my brush when I need to, or putting my brush in front of that acrylic on the side so that it's not getting on the skin, it's being tucked in and tapered properly. You don't want like a big fat sidewall, you know? Your sidewall should not be as thick as the center of your nail, if that makes sense to everybody. So if you imagine like a line going down vertically, the center of the nail, each side should mirror each other. So you want to be holding your brush on its edge, when, you know, a 90-degree edge when you get to the side wall, and then 45 at the cuticle. And when you're cleaning those edges, you know, just go in with the tip, the toe of the brush, and get in those side edges and just clean that up if you have to. And moving on to the middle finger, I'm doing a 3-toned ombre. So I'm starting off with Glam and Glitz Michelle from the Color Collection. And I'm going at the free edge with that. I'll go in with another bead, obviously I needed more. I was thinking of like what to do for the middle finger because I think I had already thought of what to do for the other ones, obviously, before I came back to this one. And I'm like, what to do. And look at all the colors. I'm like, this would look really pretty. So I used the light pink and Michelle, obviously. This is like reminds me of like a metallic bubblegum pink. But then I just kind of perfect where it's like blended right there, so it's not like uneven in color or opaqueness. Add a little to that free edge, go right there at that side right there. Now I'll go in with the magenta from US Nail Supply, and that's when I start blending it in the center. I love how these colors like came together and looked at the end. When I was thinking about doing the ombre, I'm like, even though they're technically all pinks that I'm using, well, except the cover beige, it's like a nudie base, so they just all naturally, in my mind, look so pretty together. I think I add a little bit more Michelle at the tip just to kind of blend it up and get a little more of that color showing, because the magenta kind of overtook it a little bit. And then I'll go in with my cover beige right at that cuticle area. I'll go in with one small wet bead first and blend that down, and then I'll go in with my cuticle bead and finish it off. And one more. Take some of the liquid out. Place that up at the cuticle and just push up a little bit. And then you're holding your brush at a 45-degree angle. So naturally holding the nail down or to make sure those sidewalls are nice and tucked in. And then you start pulling down the rest of your product and blending that into the magenta there. If you need to add more up at that beautiful area, I think I do. I'm just capping the nails now with the Clean Nails Clear. Even though it kind of in the light looks a little tinted pink, it's not bad. Like you can't really tell. So I'm using my Mia Secret liquid. It works good with it. It works fine. So I'm just making sure my glitter is capped mostly because, like I said, that's a core powder at the top there. So you'll know your glitter is capped because it'll go matte, obviously, in shade. And when you come to file and top coat, do not worry because that'll be nice and shiny for you and the colors will always come back through. I know some clients get nervous about that. They think that the finished result is going to be dull and colorless and no shine, and you just kind of have to reaffirm that, you know, that's not the case. So I think I add another bead in that cuticle area, if I'm not mistaken. another bead up there. Holding my brush at that angle, making sure that it's nice and tucked behind that bead at that top area, so that when you come back into shape and file, you're not gonna have a thick step ledge cuticle. You know what I mean? You're gonna be able to get in and around that because you've already made sure that it's nice and tapered and flush where it needs to be. So over time, you get that with time. You know, it doesn't come right away. I always couldn't figure out what the heck I was doing wrong until I started watching more videos and realized, okay, you're making your cuticle way too thin. Like, there's no structure to it at all. So you just have to make sure that you're leaving some of a little bit of ledge, but thin, like, it's hard to explain, just a thin layer, like even layer of it. That way you could get in with your file and make sure that that comes to a appropriate thinness to where when it grows out, it looks natural. You know what I mean? Looks like it was just placed there nice and evenly. So when you do your design, you know, keep it thin, easy to work with. The bigger, bulkier glitter. Well, as long as your glitters are matte in appearance, that means that they're covered and you should be good to go. Once they dry, you'll know that they're drying because they start to warm up and stuff like that. And then it'll be solid and hard after that. Then you can file and shape as needed. Go in with your drill, whatever you need to do, whatever is necessary. I just finished capping these nails, and that's it, guys. So I will see you in my next one. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry there wasn't filing or anything like that, but if you're interested in seeing that, just let me know in the comments below. And I love you all so much. Welcome to my new subbies, and hopefully you guys like what you're seeing so far. I'm hoping to have a new camera soon, so hopefully I'll have better footage soon. This camera's just getting too old and it's just not good quality, so I'm hoping to have a better phone soon. So until my next one, guys, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.